Hi YouTube. I well, it's Sunday today. I got up. Um, I managed to do about an hour and a half of my thesis. My brain was in overload, and I've just spent most of the day just trawling through YouTube and reading up religious stuff and philosophy, and I can't believe it that it has taken me 31 years to find, but for the first time I actually bothered reading the definition of Stoicism, and I just find it so amusing because, well, I'm interested in your opinion on this issue, but Stoicism was basically founded in 301 BC by 301 BC by a guy called Zeno, and from what I've managed to read just on the Wikipedia entry, it seems to really ideally match what I believe, and I find it quite amusing because um, one of the major reasons I haven't been able to call myself an atheist is because I have all these highly subjective delusions of, past lives and greater connection with the universe, etc. That means I just couldn't quite bring myself to call myself an atheist. Although I have a lot of respect for atheism, I think it's definitely raises very, very valid points that any religious person has to acknowledge. I mean, there is no evidential proof of God's existence. I fully and utterly concede that point. And one of the reasons I couldn't quite bring myself to call myself an atheist is because to do so would be to admit that I suffer from delusions, as I suppose every human does. Some people have power delusions, etc. And I suppose a connection with divinity is or past lives or whatever is a cause for delusions like that. But no, I find it very, very amusing, and my whole name, even though Xenogene is not apparently derived or having anything to do with Zeno, um, I just find it interesting that Zeno is the first part of my name as well, and no, I've just instinctively, since as long as I can remember, probably even beforehand, had the sorts of beliefs that I have had. I mean, I became a vegetarian at age 4 when I was taken to an abattoir, and I've always felt um, this pantheistic style connection, a naturalistic pantheism, I suppose. And anyway, it's just this video, I suppose, can become just basically a poll if you believe in the afterlife being possible. I mean, I'm it's possibly just uh, genetic memory, conceivably in the same way that cattle remember how to get up and walk within the first minute. Maybe these sorts of beliefs have actually become encoded in my DNA, um, possibly not from Zeno, or possibly because Stoicism was the dominant belief system before Christianity took over the Roman Empire, and yeah, I mean, I'm going to make another video about my understanding of the evolution of my genes in terms of um, I'm very much an academically minded individual, and I think due to the Catholic Church's insistence on celibacy of its priesthood, and the priesthood being the sole academic institution for centuries, then I think it makes sense that a low sex drive be so intimately linked with academia, because to be an academic for centuries required you to be a celibate person, and I have absolutely no problem with celibacy. I mean, being a 31-year-old virgin, I think pretty much clearly indicates that I have no problem with celibacy, and I love academia, so, but I just find it interesting. It definitely makes me think that genetic memory might be, or maybe even epigenetic memory, might be a lot more powerful than we've currently come to fully realize, and I guess time will tell with appropriate scientific studies as to whether that's true or not. It's only a hypothesis at the moment, but at least it's a falsifiable hypothesis. And all the evidence definitely seems to point that genetic memory is a viable option, as I said, because worms know how to move as soon as they're born. Baby cattle know how to get up and walk without actually having to be trained or taught. They can get up within a few minutes, and there are lots of other mechanisms for this genetic memory, and possibly that would be the most logical scientific explanation for my belief set, and I just find it really fascinating. Anyway, you can write a little discussion on this if you like, and on the comment section below, and yeah, I would be interested to hear what other people's feedback on that is, and I'll try and do more videos. Part of my time wasting for the day has been writing up a plan of what YouTube videos I want to do, and I really have wasted, like, well, let's see, I think I started about 11, and it's probably, what, oh god, I've spent 6 hours. I am so naughty today. I've been so good for quite a while. Yeah. Anyway, I'll stick up this video and probably stay off YouTube for another few days until I feel I've achieved a bit more on the thesis. The thesis must be done, must be made coherent. So, yeah, reality beckons, but I'm still interested to hear what you've got to say, so stick it on downstairs. Well, stick it on in the comment section underneath. That's what I meant by that. I really should edit this, but I don't have the time, sorry. Talk to you later, YouTube.